For decades, the Toyota Tundra has been synonymous with reliability. It earned a reputation as the truck you could buy, drive for 300,000 miles, and still hand down to your kids. Farmers, contractors, and outdoorsmen often swore by Toyota trucks, believing they were engineered to withstand abuse that would cripple competitors. But over the past 3 years, a troubling story has unfolded. The third-generation Toyota Tundra, introduced in 2022 with its new twin-turbocharged V6, the V35 AFTS, and hybrid iForce Max powertrain, has faced engine failures, recalls, and shaken confidence. So now, buyers are asking the million-dollar question: is the 2025-2026 Toyota Tundra safe to buy? To answer this, we'll break down what went wrong, what Toyota insiders have revealed, how the automaker is responding, and what it means for current and future owners. The legacy of Toyota reliability. Before diving into the problems, it's important to understand Toyota's historic reputation. Unlike Ford, GM, or Stellantis Ram, Toyota has long been admired for ultra-low failure rates. While domestic automakers sometimes accepted 1 to 2% engine failure rates as normal, Toyota traditionally operated below 0.5%. Often much lower. This was part of Toyota's Kaizen culture: continuous improvement, rigorous testing, and an obsession with quality. Owners bought Toyota trucks because they could count on them. That makes the current Tundra situation all the more shocking. A brand once seen as bulletproof now faces questions usually reserved for Detroit rivals. What went wrong? The engine failure story. The heart of the controversy lies in the V35 AFTS twin-turbo V6 engine. This engine replaced Toyota's legendary 5.7-liter 3UR FE V8, a motor widely respected for its durability. The change was driven by emissions, fuel economy standards, and the industry's shift to downsized turbocharged power plants. But the transition has not gone smoothly. Debris issues. Early failures pointed to metal debris left inside engine blocks during manufacturing. Engines with as little as 1,200 miles seized completely, leaving owners stranded. An insider, Ryan Gregg, confirmed that even unused engines had metal shavings and unfinished machining edges inside oil passages, flaws that should never leave a factory. This points to poor deburring during manufacturing. Normally, machining residue is removed with specialized tools before final assembly. In Toyota's case, insiders say this process was rushed or overlooked, especially during COVID-related workforce changes. Short block versus long block repairs. When engines failed, Toyota often replaced them with short blocks, part number 19000F403, rather than full long block assemblies. A short block includes the block, crankshaft, and pistons, but not cylinder heads or valve train components. Critics argue this is a band-aid solution, since underlying design flaws or assembly mistakes may remain in reused components. Toyota corporate fleets have received full engine replacements, but regular customers were left waiting weeks for short blocks, recalls, and communication failures. Toyota eventually issued a recall, but communication was chaotic. Some owners called customer service after their trucks were covered by recall notices, only to find representatives unaware a recall even existed. Dealers reported 6 to 8 week waits for replacement engines. In some cases, trucks sat idle for months waiting on parts. Expert insights. Why the failures happened. So how did Toyota, once the gold standard of durability, get here? Experts point to several overlapping factors. 1. Process changes. Manufacturing methods at Toyota Motor Manufacturing, Alabama shifted when the V6 was introduced. The same plant had built the 3UR V8 for years with few issues, but the new process may have introduced vulnerabilities. 2. Metallurgy questions. Some insiders suggest the metal composition of bearings or other parts may have changed. Even slight variations in alloy strength can cause long-term reliability issues. 3. Workforce turnover. Before COVID, Toyota factory workers averaged 15+ years of experience. Post-COVID, turnover was so high that the average fell to just 2 years. Inexperienced workers combined with complex engines may have contributed to quality lapses. 4. Corporate pressure. Insiders also point out that Toyota engineers no longer have final authority. Finance and legal departments often override engineering decisions, prioritizing cost savings or legal protection over durability. 5. Deburring neglect. The most visible issue is poor deburring. Photos of brand new blocks showed jagged machining flaws that should have been polished away before assembly. The recall timeline. The recall process itself has been messy. Up to 2023 models were officially covered. Failures continued in 2024, Sequoias and Tundras not yet covered by recalls. Even some 2025 models have failed, though at a lower rate. Toyota insiders confirmed that the debris problem wasn't fully resolved until November 2024. That means trucks built before late 2024 may still carry higher risk. Resale value impact. One of the biggest consequences has been plunging resale values. Even Tundras that received recall repairs are seeing weaker used prices, as buyers hesitate to gamble on trucks with a tarnished reliability record. Historically, Toyota trucks commanded premium resale values. This dip in confidence represents a major reputational hit. Competitor comparison. Ironically, Toyota's bad failure rate still looks enviable compared to Detroit rivals. Industry sources say Ford, GM, and Stellantis tolerate engine failure rates around 1%, sometimes higher. Toyota's rate, even with these problems, is estimated around 1%, which would be considered acceptable elsewhere. But for Toyota, which built its reputation on half those numbers, it's a public relations disaster. The road ahead. What's changing in 2025 to 2026? So where does this leave potential buyers? Insiders confirm that new parts are coming, though Toyota has not disclosed details. Some speculate about updated bearings, improved machining, or even changes in block casting. Timeline of fixes. November 2024, debris cleaning improvements reportedly implemented. Early 2025, updated bearings and parts expected in production engines. 2026 models, widely believed to include the most reliable fixes, with a full year of updated parts in circulation. That means the 2025 Tundra is in a transitional stage, safer than 2022 to 2024 models, but not yet fully proven. The 2026 model year is expected to benefit from more permanent fixes. Advice for buyers. So, should you buy a 2025 to 2026 Toyota Tundra? Here's the breakdown. Consider buying a 2025 if you want the latest styling and tech now. You're comfortable with some risk but trust Toyota to stand behind warranties. You don't mind weaker resale value in the short term. Wait for a 2026 if reliability is your top concern. You plan to keep the truck for 10+ years. You want evidence of 12 months of zero failures before committing. Alternatives. The Ford F-150 and Chevrolet Silverado don't face this exact issue, but come with their own reliability challenges. Toyota's 2021 and earlier V8 Tundras remain strong used options for those prioritizing bulletproof durability. Broader lessons. The Tundra's troubles highlight broader truths about today's auto industry. Modern engines are more complex and therefore more failure-prone than older, simpler designs. Cost-cutting and corporate oversight sometimes override engineering excellence. Even Toyota, once untouchable in reliability, is not immune to industry pressures. As one insider put it, Toyota is not the Toyota of old. Conclusion: safe to buy, but with an asterisk. The bottom line: the 2025 Toyota Tundra is safer to buy than earlier third-gen models, but still carries risk. The 2026 Tundra is the smarter choice, as it will likely incorporate all design and manufacturing updates. Toyota's handling of this situation has damaged its reputation, but for loyalists, the brand's long history of fixing problems eventually may restore confidence. If you're shopping now, weigh your risk tolerance carefully. If you can wait, 2026 will almost certainly be the turning point.